Hello, welcome to another Biker's Travelog on Revelator Alf. So today I'm just next to the motorway actually in Berkshire in the UK. Just going to head out to a place called Folly, which is just on the west side of Reading. It's an impressive tower, it's an imposing tower. It's a Belvedere tower, which basically means it's a structure to make best use of the nice view that's there. And it's just up the track here, a couple of paths you need to go across, some trails to get to it. But let's see what we find when we get there.
Okay, right, here we go then. So hopefully it's not too far up here actually. So I've never actually been here before myself, but on the map it looks as if there is some kind of access road to it, and then a couple of trails that go right up to it. So we'll just go and give it a go and see what I find. Over the moguls again, out into the open a little bit. Now actually, as we go around the corner, might make use of the view a little bit, and there we go, you've just seen it right there. So it's just through the hedge here, so actually there is a walkway up to it, I think. Here we go. Right, so this is the path here. So what I'll do, I'll park the bike here, get off, and I'll go and have a look at it.
Right then, okay, so just off the bike now, let's go and check it out. So there it is there. It's a beautiful spot, it's a beautiful day today. Yeah, fortunately I'm dressed in this stuff and it's it's over 30 degrees. You can see the tower there. It's isolated, and it's actually sitting on Nunhide Hill. So it's sometimes it's referred to as Nunhide Tower, also Pinsett's Kiln, Flint's Folly, but its most common name is Wilder's Folly. It was named after the Reverend Henry Wilder, would you believe, who in 1769 built this to impress his girlfriend, basically. So Reverend Henry Wilder lived a mile north of here, in that direction over there, and he lived at Sullen House. Now his girlfriend, who was courting, an old way of saying it, she lived at Sulhampstead House, which is in that direction there, 2 miles south. And her name was Joan Thwaites, sister of John Thwaites, who was the Lord and Manor of Sulhampstead House. Sulhampstead House has now become a Thames Valley Police training college, has been for many, many years, and it's changed hands many times as well. But anyway, so he built this to impress her, so that both he and her could see the structure from their respective bedrooms, I suppose. Oh, it does stick out, doesn't it? Let's get a little bit closer. Right, so nearly approaching it now. It's basically on 3 floors. It's constructed. It's It's a Belvedere or Belvedere. It's a It's a structure, say, to make the best use of the view. I mean, if you look around here, I mean, you can see what kind of a great view it is. It's lovely. And so it sits right on top. So the lower floor is an arcade, just access through the archways. And then it's got 2 separate floors above. Now originally you see those kind of triangular shaped windows as ogives. They were glazed, and there was an exterior staircase up to them, and they were painted rooms. Now in the late 19th century, everything was all bricked up, and it was turned into a dovecote, which would, you know, house pigeons, that kind of thing. On the top, it's a castellanated style, you know, more like a castle top. It's got a lead flat roof on top of it. I mean, it's impressive, isn't it? And look at the view here. So, not sure if you can see it, but right in the distance there, past that pylon, in the distance, there's a white house, big white house. So that's Solhampstead House. So that's where Joan Thwaites lived, sister of John Thwaites. And then Sulham House is all the way over there, just peering out of the trees. And that's where the Reverend lived. So you can see here. So that's where the entrance would have been. You'd have a wooden staircase here, and then that's where the painting rooms would have been. Here's just an arcade area. I mean, it is, you know, you got to look at these things. I mean, like obviously now there's graffiti in here, but you know, you can see what's gone into building this. And the dome roof. So, you know, there was a lot of thought put into this to make best use of the view, to act as a bit of a, well, dare I say, a bit of a phallus kind of thing, really, is it? I don't know. You know, but it's kind of, hey, look at my tower type of thing. You know, I mean, that's one way to woo a woman, that's for sure. You know, but it's impressive, and I've seen it quite a lot from the roadway, from different parts, different angles. From my day job, I've seen it quite often. And you look at it and you think, wow, it's really impressive. Let's try and get a good view of that. And just think, you know, this was built just for this very reason. Now, there's a bit of confusion as to what kind of style it is. It's a neoclassical style, I suppose. It's a mixture, you know. It's a bit of everything, really. But you know, we're 250 years later, and it's still standing strong. You kind of wonder what's behind the ogives there, or the bricked up ogives, which are the kind of pointed window frame shape. You know, what's the what level of detail is left, you know, on the painted walls, on the frescoes that are in there, or supposedly in there. And, you know, what's actually on top? I mean, you know, is it still completely intact? Is the roof still intact? You can see quite a bit of it has fallen away on this side. It was purely a design structure as opposed to having any significant use, the castle top. It wasn't defending any land or anything like that. You know, they didn't have archers up there protecting the hill or anything like that. It was purely just to, you know, have a look at it and make best view. You know, the Belvedere. You know, the beautiful view. You know, having a good look. And what a great view it is. Right. Well, hope you've enjoyed this Biker's Travelog. So, a bit of an interesting place to come to, I think. And you know, this is the kind of thing that I like to see. You know, like to come and visit. You know, something that's odd. It isn't on a tourist map per se. You know, it's just something you find on an Ordnance Survey map. Go and check it out. Find out a little bit about the history. And I think that's the story behind it. The story behind why something was built by some randy reverend who was, you know, trying to, you know, woo his good lady Joan from a couple of miles down the road, and he's saying, hey, look at my big tower. And well, there you go. And I'm sure it's, you know, I'm being quite flippant about it, but you know, you get the general point. Anyway, hope you enjoy this Biker's Travelog. Catch you on the next one, whenever that is. Cheers.